Hi, Ladybirds. We have got Jigsaw Genie here to see us today. And I wonder if you can start today's session just thinking a little bit about the word reflection, reflecting. And what that means is just thinking back to what Jigsaw Genie was teaching us about last time. Now, if you remember, we were thinking a little bit about you saw some pictures which had got food on, you saw pictures that had got remote controls and computers or game consoles and things like that. So could you just pause the video now and just reflect a little bit about what was Jigsaw Genie thinking that we'd learn about this half term? Super Ladybirds. So hopefully you talked a little bit about how it's about healthy choices, isn't it? And we're thinking about how to keep ourselves nice and healthy and ways that we can look after our bodies. Now today, Jigsaw Genie is going to talk a little bit about a way to keep healthy. And first of all, he thought he'd show you a little idea of what we're going to be celebrating this week. So just see if you can watch him. What's he doing now? What do you think he might be doing there? Types of things you might think he might be doing. Well, he was doing some exercise. He did a little bit of running. Not totally sure how easy that was for you to follow, but I tried to make it fun. Did a little bit of running. He was doing a little bit of jumping as well. And one of the things we're going to be celebrating this week is thinking about how to make a healthy choice and how to think about how we can use that word exercise to keep our body healthy. Now, we have learned quite a bit about exercise already this afternoon. Hopefully, that word isn't totally new to you, but maybe you could just have a quick pause now and just think about what does that word mean, exercise? Can you think of a type of exercise? See if you can pause and do that now. Okay, super ladybirds. It might be that you started to think about things like going for walks, because that's a lovely thing to do, especially as the weather's getting a little bit nicer. You might maybe have thought about maybe playing games or sports or things that keep you fit and healthy. Maybe there's some outdoor space that you've been able to visit, whether it's in a garden or a park or something like that, where you've been able to have a little bit of exercise. Now, I wonder if you can have a go at a little guessing game with me now, because I'm going to show you a few things. I wonder if you can think about what sport do you think I am, and maybe what type of way might we be exercising through this sport? See if you can think. So my first one, I'm going to start with one that I think quite a few of you might know. What do you think this one might be? Do you think this one could be? So you're welcome, of course, to pause the video and talk about it, or just carry on listening. So this one is a football, okay? So football is a great way to do exercise. Now, what ways do we exercise our bodies doing football? Well, we're doing movements like running, aren't we? When people are running after the ball. They're also using so they're using their legs there, aren't they? They're using their quads to do their running. What other things are they doing? Well, things like goalkeepers, they're diving, aren't they, in the air, trying to save the ball. So they're trying to stretch and be as agile as they possibly can in their movement. And there's lots of other ways that footballers are keeping fit too. Oh, what about our next one? Let's see if you can get this one. What sport do you think this is? Oh, I used to love playing this sport when I was younger. I wish I should really play a bit more now, shouldn't I, Ladybirds? Now, what do you think about this sport? Now, you might have heard of this sport before. This sport is called tennis. You might have maybe, although it might be a bit too long ago for you actually. But we used to have tournaments at Wimbledon, which were always really exciting. You never know. Hopefully, we might see something like that later in the year. But tennis is a really, really good one. Now, again, tennis uses so much upper body strength because as they're hitting the rackets, hitting the balls, they're having to use the frame of their body and thinking about the muscles that way. Now this one might be a slightly harder one. Got a little clue for this one, which I'm showing you. Anyone maybe thought about what type of sport might use cones? What about 3D shapes? Cone as well. Time to think. So a cone can be a really useful thing that sometimes people put out for athletics. So thinking about when people are maybe doing running events, or if they're doing hurdles, or if they're doing things like a long jump and they run up and then do their jump. So that was with a few more different types of games. And I wonder again, those muscles they're having to use there. Well, if you're doing running, then you're really using those muscles in your legs, aren't you? There's lots of different ways. Now, I wonder, do you have a favourite? What do you think? Do you have a favourite one that you like to do? Maybe you do. Now, could you always do these things, or did you have to practice them? What do you think? Could you, as soon as you were born, could you have a go at doing those sports? Maybe. Probably not. I think what you will have had to have done is you will have had to have learnt those skills, won't you? Okay. I know that some ladybirds would probably have said, "Oh yeah, I could do everything when I was first born," but often what we have to do is we have to work at something, don't we? We have to try really, really hard to get better at something, and that means we have to practice and we have to try really, really hard. Okay. Okay, ladybirds. So we've been thinking a little bit about so far about different sports and exercise. Now I want you to have a little think about, why do we think exercise is important? Why do you think those ball or tennis or going for a walk, why do you think those are important for us to do? See if you could pause the video and reflect on those things now. Well done, ladybirds. So hopefully you might have thought about things like, well, it's fun, so it's really, really good to make you feel happy, and that's good for your well-being. But also it's good to keep your muscles and your body working hard, because if your body's starting to feel a little bit lazy, you're not working it hard, then sometimes your energy levels dip a little bit, and you don't feel quite as energetic, you don't feel quite as happy, and your body then isn't working to its full capacity. Be a little bit like when we talked about a car. If the car is going along, it's zooming along because it's been well maintained, it's had its fuel, it's been well looked after, then it would be doing well. Whereas if a car's stuttering along and maybe it's not had much time to go out and drive and to practice, then it probably won't go quite as fast, won't go quite as far. I want you to test it for your final challenge today. See if you can have a go at doing a little exercise now. So it might be that you do a little star jump, might be that you do some jumps. See if you can time it and do it for 1 minute, and then see if you can. So you can pause the video, do that, and then see if you can just think a little bit about how that might have changed your body and how that might have made you feel. Pause and do that now. Well done, ladybirds. So you might now feel that your heart is going a little bit quicker in terms of the way that it's beating, because your heart pumps the blood around your body. And when you are having a go, doing lots of exercise, then your heart needs to work a little bit quicker because it's trying to get lots of oxygen around your body. So you might notice that you're breathing a little bit quicker as well, because you're trying to get that oxygen into your body. Hopefully you might be feeling quite good as well, because exercise often makes us feel quite good because it's got our bodies warmed up. I wonder if you've thought of any other things that have helped your body through your exercise. And maybe as a little extra challenge, you could have a go at thinking about doing some exercise after this video. So you could maybe think about, maybe if you want to go out for a walk, maybe you want to go and play a game, a little bit like you could always have a go at one of the throwing and catching games that we've been learning in PE last week. or it might be that you want to have a go at going out and playing a little bit of football or whatever it is that gets you excited. Good time doing that, ladybirds, and see if you can pause every so often and just reflect on your body, how your body might have changed slightly, how you might be feeling, and hopefully thinking about how you're feeling fun and feeling happy, but also thinking about how your body's getting more healthy. Well done, ladybirds. I hope you enjoyed that challenge today. I hope you enjoy your exercise time. See you later. Bye.